and also because we only have 30 minutes for this section. Yeah. Then we will also focus more on like SMCB, right? So what will you do with this product in your MC planning? Okay. Yeah. So with all of this, right? So the rest of the information, for example, like GTE or VPP data and also direction, you can also find in this slide, but then I put a skip slide. So if you want to read the information, you can also go to the output when the CC upload them on the AB site. So you can also go through the information there if your entity, you focus on GTA or VPP. Yeah. And then if you seek for more like regionally customized data and also direction, right? We will provide in CO for 90 days in the next 2 weeks. Yeah. Okay. So I think just to share this so we are clear and on the same page before we go into detail for the section. Is it clear for everyone? Then you can put a wave. Yeah. So I know that it's clear and then we're ready to move on. Yeah. You can put a wave like this if you're clear. Okay, Andrew, Dick Shot, Yuya. It's clear. How about other MCP? EJS clear. We have around 10 MCB here, is it? Okay, nice. Yep. Okay. So first, right, let's go into the objective of the section. So mainly here, we will review the state of GTA and also what are the main challenges that we're having in global plenary. So from that, right, we will understand like why the global direction is shaped in this way, why we prioritize the gap strategy to do in this year. Yeah, and I will also share with you like about the roadmap. Yeah. Then we will look into like what we will take forward into your MC planning. Okay. So first one, let's go through the GTA evolution and also state. So in this part, right, I will show you like a lot of data, a series of data, and then I will invite people to share about like, what you spot from the data. Okay. I think like some you from product profile and then some you from back office profile. Yeah. So let's see like what we can identify from the data. So this is the first data, right? This will show with you the performance of GT and also GTA since 2019 until now. So it will reflect like apply, approval, realize, and also complete over the years. Yeah. So if you see 2022, right, you will see like two different color because like this is the time where we change from GT, GE to GTA and also GT. Okay, so that's why there's like the color difference. Okay, so let's call someone. Let's have who? Maybe Dick Shot. I think maybe you can share like what you noticed from this graph. Yeah, any like inference that you see from this graph.
Okay, I can see that year by year the number of approvals, all the exchanges number are decreasing. And yes, that is one thing that I noticed.
Okay, any more? Yeah, it's okay. Yes, I think this also the key highlight of this graph, right, is that you can very easy to see that the performance is decreasing over the year. Yeah, but then if you notice, right, in 2021, so even though like we decrease in apply, but then our approval is actually more than 2020. So basically also because like 2020 is the pandemic year, and also like we are more settled in 2021. Yeah. Okay, but it's also show like how much we need to improve for GTA performance. Then second graph, so you see the timeline for the GT product in 2019. Yeah. So I think you guys can just focus more. Oh, sorry. You guys can just focus a bit more on the red line. Yeah, so the red line, it will be more on the approval line. And then the green line is more like the realized number. Okay. So let's call Yuya. Yuya, what you can see from this graph? Yeah.
I don't know that the blue line is what.
You don't need to notice the blue line. It's like the complete number. Yeah, you just focus on the green. The green one is realized, and then the red one is approval. Yeah.
Okay, so I can see that in April, there is high number of approved, and yeah, that's one thing I noticed.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think correct, right? So you can see like here we have very high approval in April. Yeah. And if you come to realize, right, you select the peak, it will be July and then also in September. Yeah. Yeah, so this is something that we can spot, right? And then if you notice like the conversion rate between approval and realized, so it's around like 75%. Yeah, which is not very high, but also not very low. Yeah. Okay, come to the next one. This is 2020 GTA timeline. So this is the time that we have pandemic happen. Okay, so the same, right? If you notice, then the red line is approval and then the green one is realized. Yeah. So what can you notice from this graph? Maybe we can have Demi. Yeah, Demi, you can share like any inference you can see from this graph.
What was the green line means?
Green line is realized and then the red one is approval.
Oh, I think we have big gap in approvals and realizations at November, I guess. Starting like August until November, we have a big gap from approvals and realizations.
Okay, yeah, thank you, Demi. Yeah, so correct, right? So in this one, you can very easy to see that we have very huge gap between approval and also realize, which means like the conversion rate is that we may have a lot of approval this year, but then they're not able to realize maybe due to like certain like policy restriction or maybe like personal reason. Yeah. And then you can also see like the realize peak. So it's now it is in September, and also if you see the purple line, right, it's actually the remote realized. Yeah, so it will be around October for like the remote realization. Okay, move to the next one. So the same. So this is a 2021. Yeah. For this one, let's have who? Let's have eco. Yeah, since you in front of me. Okay, eco. Anything that you notice regarding the approval and also the realized line in this graph?
Okay. From my perspective, I think the highest number of approval would be in the middle of May and June, in June, and then like like the peak of approval and also realization is kind of not really in a line, because I could say like there is up and down, and then yeah, I think that's how I see this graphics.
Yeah, okay, nice. Yeah, so in this graph, right, what you can see is that it's actually kept like resume to the usual conversion rate before the pandemic. Yeah, so it's around like 76%. Yeah, and then you can also see very clearly, right, like the pick up realization, it will be in July and also January. So it's already moved further a bit compared to previous year. Okay, next one. So this one is the IGTA finance data. Okay, so here you can see the number about like, you can focus more on like the blue line is like the revenue from IGTA, and then well, this cap like green, I think green will be the cost for IGTA. Yeah, let's count someone with finance background. Yeah, Kanel, like what can you see from this graph and also this number? Kanel, can you hear? Hello, Kanel, can you hear? Okay, I think maybe internet issue. Then I think can have Sajana, like any like inference that you can have like from this graph. Yeah.
Sorry, I couldn't hear clearly.
Yeah. I was asking that can you find any inference from this graph, like regarding the revenue and also the cost for IGTA?
I think mainly IGT has been profitable a lot for the most of the
Mm.
entities. That's not the main thing I can identify.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think it's what you can see very clear, right? Is that the gap between MC and revenue is also quite wide. So which means we're making profit from this product. Yeah. And then you can see like for GPM, it stands for gross profit margin, which means like how much is your profit you're able to make from your product. Yeah. So ideally your product should make around like 70%. Yeah. So here we can see like MC GPM is very good. It's over 70%. But then LC GPM is a bit lower, like only 60% something. So which means like it lead to something, right? Is that we can ask a question like, why is it more profitable at MC level, even though like most of the approval is made at LC level. So how we can make it more sustainable at LC level as well. And then yeah, you can also see like the gap between direct cost and also direct revenue, right? Towards January is reducing. Yeah. And it increased back like in February and also March. Yeah. So probably like we are spending more in January. I know we're performing less in January. Okay. Then move to OGTA, right? Okay, so the same. So here you can see like the blue line is like the MC revenue for OGTA, and then you have like the green line, which is the cost for OGTA. Okay, let's have someone. How about Nishat? Yeah. Nishat, like any inference that you can see from this graph?
Sorry, I could not get it because I'm having a bit internet issue.
Okay, then I think let's have how about Alisa? Like any inference that you can draw from this graph?
I feel like Diksha is smiling because she knows I suck at this, but like, I'm really bad at finance, but seems like cost revenue it's a profitable product compared for OGTA. Entity cost a lot of else. What's GPM? I'm sorry.
GPM is gross profit margin, which means like if you got like 100% revenue, right, then if your GPM is like 59, then this is like the profit that you're able to gain from that revenue.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. Yeah, it's profitable product. The LCs actually go through more product. The LC actually spends a lot more in terms of like, no, because like I'm assuming that it's because that LCs actually run the product or program. That's why there are more costs involved. So the entity cost is actually through the LCs, and LCs also get like majority of it because they're the ones running the product.
Okay, yeah, okay, yeah, that's very nice. Quite detailed also. So here, right, you can see like the MC GPM like on the otherwise that it's not very healthy, so it's under 70%. So like MC not making that proper profit from the program, but then LC is actually making a lot of like profit and then financially sustainable like from this program, which is around like 90%. Yeah. Then another thing that you can also see in this graph, right, is that most of the graph, so if the revenue increase, the cost also increase. Yeah, so which means it's quite proportional in terms of cost and revenue for GTA, which means like you need to invest more or you need to spend more for you to get more revenue for this product, right? And then you can see like it's a bit extreme in March is that the cost is even cross the revenue. So which means we are making loss like in March. Yeah, so it can be that we are invest a lot in attraction, or is that maybe we can have like some pre-approval. So that's why we have like reimbursement cost or how. Okay, yeah. So right, it's also more about like how we can improving the GPM at MC level. Okay, next one. I think it's a bit limited now, right? So I think I just directly share with you the insight now instead of like asking people to share. So the next thing that we'll look into is more about like the S&D in this product. So if we look into S&D for GTA, then we will look into like the sub-product that we're having, and also the duration of the GTA opportunity that we're having, and also like how is our E2E, how is our IR. Yeah. So if you look into the host sub-product, yeah, this is the number of applicants that we have per host. Yeah. So if you notice like for AP, right, then actually like the applicant we have per host that we're having is actually quite low. Yeah, so which means like for your for our IGTA, then the applicant that we're having is a bit low compared to other region. Yeah, so usually the most attractive will be Europe. So it can be also like their working environment and then the branding and everything. But if you look into the sub-product, then we actually have high applicant in terms of IT, business administration, and also marketing, and then quite high for BD as well. So these are like the main sub-product that we're having for IGTA. And if you look into like OGTA, so if for like home product, right, then mostly from OGTA, we have people that they mainly want to go for IT, business administration, and also marketing. Yeah, so these are like very dominant sub-product that we have for OGTA. Yeah. Then next one. So this is the preference for duration. So most for globally for GTA, right, people prefer to go either long term or short term. Yeah, so that's why you see like the medium opportunity, like it have like less applicant for this kind of duration. Okay, and then the same here. So if you look into like each sub-product, right? For example, like for BA, business administration. So we also have a lot of people prefer long-term, yeah, or like BD or even IT. So people, they all prefer long-term, or they would prefer like short-term. Yeah, so they don't really prefer like medium that much. Yeah, if you look into the graph, okay. Yeah, and then so you see the comparison between the LPS, RR, and also the score, and also the conversion rate from finish to complete between your current MC term and then the previous MC term. Yeah, so we can see a bit quite clearly, right? Is that we are decreasing in terms of the conversion rate. Yeah. Okay. So mainly, right, to sum up all the information so far, then you will see that we're having a lot of issue in terms of our apply is decreasing, and then we also have lower conversion rate. Or even like we have change in time as well. Yeah, so that's why globally, right, we will have the first direction is that we want to have more S&D alignment, which means like how we can empower the entity to allocate more resources to run GTA. Yeah, and then how we can manage the duration of GTA at the moment. Okay, because a lot of the time is that even we have GTA in our portfolio, right, but then we don't allocate the HR, or we don't really invest maybe like the cost, or like the we have investment in GTA to run the product effectively. And then the second thing is that we will look into program profitability, because for sure is that the final goal, right, is that we're making profit from every program that we are running. Yeah, so how we can improve the profit margin, how we can even make the profit even more or like more higher than 70% for the product that we are running for GTA. Yeah. And then last one is that how we can also work on program governance and also improve on customer experience. Because just now, right, you see like the MBS is the LPS is decreasing, and also the conversion rate from realized to complete is also decreasing. Yeah, so it's also like will be the focus of global direction this year. Yeah. Okay, and then so it will interpret into the wins that Fatih, she will focus for GTA. So they will focus on the academy for capacity building, and then they will also have a visa hub so that we can align regarding S&D, and then we'll have like certain integration between VPP, remote feature, into the GTA and also GTA product. Yeah, and then we'll also work on our standard to improve customer experience, and then we'll also have business model revamp and also principle revamp. Yeah, to better governance the product. Okay, yeah. So in the next few slides, right, it will be like the roadmap for GTA, but then I will not go in depth for this information right here. So later on, you guys can have like more time to read when we send you the output, right? But then we will not focus on this like very detailed here. But then in general, right, is that for the roadmap, what we strive to do is that by 2025, right, we can have like sustainable growth for the product by having more collaboration across the region or maybe like inter-region as well. Yeah. And that at the end of the day, like the GTA program, it can play the role that it can connect young people and also the organization, the company, so that we can lead the future of workplace. Yeah. Okay. So if we have a strategy in different aspects, yeah. So you guys can read when we send you the output slide, and then if you have any questions, so you can just send in this link, and then yeah, you will receive the response from AI. Okay, cool. Yeah. So right now we have the last 5 minutes, right? Is that we'll go into more specific about like what do you bring forward with your MC planning? Yeah. So for this, we will have 2 breakout rooms. So CC, they will open one breakout room. So if your entity is running GTA at the moment, so you stay in the main room with me. But if your entity plan to open GTA, so if you plan to open like OGTA or IGTA, then you can go into a breakout room with Tony. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so CC, can you help me like open the breakout room, and then MCB, you can choose like to go into your breakout room. Yeah. So for the one that you stay here, right? Can you put a wave in the chat? Yeah. So I know like you are, you know, this is the room that you want to stay in. So just put a wave in the chat. So I know like your entity is running GTA, and then you want to stay here. And then for the rest, right, you can go to the breakout room with Tony. Okay, so Andrew, Demi, and then Alisa will stay here. Nisha, you also stay here. Oh, sorry for this. Okay, how about Eco, Popo, Diksha? Will you guys stay here? Okay, I see Sajana and Yuya is joining. Yeah, I give you 15 more seconds. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. So for this one, right, we'll just briefly go through what are the information that you should take note within your MC planning. Yeah. And I will have some question for you as well. So you can also like have a big thinking for the question. Okay. So first thing that you need to take notice when you go into your MC planning, right, is that regarding resource allocation. Yeah, so if you are running GTA, is it the prioritized in your entity? Is it like the focus product, or is it not the focus product? So whether it's focused or not focused, right, then we also need to properly allocate the HR and also the finance for the product to run in an effective way, so it can generate revenue, and this also can grow in terms of approval, right? Yeah. So I think you can take a minute, right, to think about like HR allocation at the moment. Is that when you look into the membership allocation, right? Is it having enough people to run GTA, and how you can improve in your next MC planning? And then whether your entity is resuming GV. So probably if you resume GV, right, which means like a portion of your membership, they will go into running GV next year. Yeah. So how it will affect like GTA operation and also GTA investment next year. Okay. Yeah. So I'll put you 30 seconds, right? So you can think a bit about like your resource allocation at the moment. Yeah, you can think a bit and then can put down the CTA if you don't know like how is the resource allocation at the moment. Then you can have more review, yeah, before your MC planning. Okay, 30 seconds is up. So next one, right, is that it will be more about like your IR alignment. So the thing, right, is that a lot of the time we go into MC planning not knowing the IR that we are having. For example, like you are OGTA, right, but you go into the planning, you set the goal, but you don't know like what kind of opportunity my IR partner is having, what's the duration that they're having, or the same, right? If you are like IGT, what's it? If you IGT person, but then you don't know what's like the customer person that your OGT is having. So that you need to remind your MCVB, right? Is that they need to understand the sub-product, the customer persona, or even like the S&D that partner is having before the MC planning. So then if they go into MC planning, right, they can have like realistic goal setting and also strategy setting. Yeah. So if you're having like maybe like you focus more on like long duration opportunity. So what will be the strategy that you're having in your product? Yeah. So this information, right, it should have in place before your MC planning. Okay. And then the last one is that so it's just like the follow-up from the current term is that remember to check the approval of the fruit pick as well, and then take care of the realization. Yeah. So just like make sure you follow up with your MCVB, follow up with the IR process, and then they are cover this gap transition in team to team, or even like in the auto transition between MCVB. Yeah. So how we will take forward like the performance from the current MC performance. Yeah. Okay, I think I'm repeating the word. Okay, cool. Yeah. So I think Tony is also coming back with the breakout room. Tony, you already finished, right? With the breakout room.
Yes, now.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So I think because like we don't have time for Q&A right now, so I think if any question, right, you guys can put in the sheet. That means create for you, like how we do in CO for 90 days. You can put the question there, and then we will reply you, and we will get back to you on the question that you have for GTA, or even if you have like for GTA and also VBP, then you can put down the question there. Okay, and here right, I have the slide for like GTE and also like for like VPP. So if you're curious about this product, you can read the slide here when you receive the output. Okay, so I think that's all for this section. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Mary. Okay, I think right now we can have a short break, and CC can share us the roll call.